Monday. Happy day 16 of May Live Day. I hope that you are all having a great day, a great start to your week. Um, yeah, a great start to your week. This is Yolanda here for My Pretty Brown Doll. For day 16 of May Live Day. If you're not familiar with May Live Day, not sure what it is, myself and some of my crafty friends have committed to going live every day in the month of May for at least 3 minutes. And y'all are gonna have to forgive me today because I am trying to multitask because I got so much stuff that needs to be done and no time to do it. But happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hi, Ursula. Thank you for joining. So, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. And so, yeah, here we are, day 16 of May Live Day. Like I said, May Live Day, myself and some of my crafty friends have committed to going live every day in the month of May. If you're not sure who I am, like I said, my name is Yolanda. I am the crochet doll designer behind My Pretty Brown Doll. I do specialize in brown dolls with natural hair inspired hairstyles. You can find out more about what I do over at myprettybrowndoll.com. I am also the author of this awesome book. this awesome book that is scheduled to be released in 7 days and a wake up. That's how somebody else put it, and I like that. It's scheduled to be released in 7 days and a wake up, y'all. This will be officially out into the world and hopefully hitting your inboxes or mailboxes, because hopefully you've pre-ordered, whether you've done the Kindle version or pre-ordered from Amazon, or if you were lucky enough to snag a copy from me, or if you're gonna go and look for it in stores. I do recommend that you call the store first and see if they got it, because that's what I will be doing. I will be stocking Barnes and Nobles and stuff like that to see if they have it available on the shelf. My Michaels, my Joann's. I doubt Hobby Lobby will carry it, but we might even call them too and be like, hey, y'all got my book. So, but May 24th is the official release date for this book, and I am so excited. But so much still has to be done, y'all. So much still has to be done. And I'm just like, why didn't nobody tell me that this is what it would be like? Where they, And so you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. Like, there's so many things that I just didn't know. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I didn't know that either. So, but we're working through it. We are going to get it done. And it's going to be a success. It is going to be a success. It's already a success. If if one person gets the book, I consider it to be a success. But today's prompt for May Live Day is, did you know? And then I titled it Spilling the Tea, because y'all be here for the tea. That was really just a caption to get y'all to come watch. She ain't got no tea, y'all. That was really a title to get y'all to click and be like, ooh, let me see what she's talking about. Ain't no tea. I ain't got no tea to spill. I'm sorry. I just wanted some folks to come in and watch the live. And watch the replay. No, for real. I do have some did you know, but I don't think it's really like tea. Like, I don't know if it's like some for real tea, but it may be something that you just didn't know about my crochet business, right? Sandra, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do to get people in the room, okay? We out here clickbaiting. Click the link. It's not what you thought. Okay. It's not what you thought. Oh, no. Not clickbait. I do have some did you know, but I don't know if it's necessarily tea. Because I think when people think about tea, they be like, ooh, I'm about to get some juicy gossip. Ain't no juicy gossip. Ain't no juicy gossip. And I'm over here trying to multitask as well. Because, yeah, I need to multitask. But did you know about my crochet business? So here's something that you may not have known. Some of you may have known, but some of you may not have known. That I've actually used contract crocheters before in my business. Some of you may have known that or may not have known that. So back in, hey, I bring it every day. I like that name. Bring it every day. Yes. Back in 2018, 2019, I kind of went semi-viral, right? Like it was crazy because I went like, when I say semi-viral, like it was viral by my standards, but it may not have been viral by the definition of viral, but it was definitely viral by my standards. Like I was shared over like 500,000 times. That's viral, right? But I think viral definition says like it has to be like 1 million or something like that. But I know it was thousands, and it was in the 100,000s of times, or shares. And so, but it happened. Good morning, Laura. It happened right December 22nd of 2000. I want to say 2018. And so imagine December 22nd, a couple of days before Christmas. Of course, everybody is asking me, "Oh, can I get a doll for Christmas?" No, and no again. Like, no, are you crazy? No. Like, it is December 22nd. I am officially off work, or at least should be. Technically, I wasn't, because I think I crocheted dolls up until like the 23rd. Like, I overnighted a doll. So, yeah, I was still crocheting, but I should have been done. So, anyway, people were still like, well, we don't care that we can't get it for Christmas. When can we get it? And so, like, I had put into play, like, at that time, I think I went to like a 10-week turnaround, and people were still like, yep, still want a doll, thank you very much, we don't, like, we're gonna wait it out. But I just knew at the time that there's no way that I can take on all of these orders. And it was like, when I say, like, I know during that time, like, I did a consult, like, with a oh yay, Latoya, I did a consult with like a VA, because I needed somebody to even field the emails, because I'm talking about, I was getting hundreds of emails a day with people requesting dolls. And my system was a little bit different then. That situation made me change my whole system of how you order a doll and everything, because I was just like, this is insane, absolutely crazy. I will be completely honest, I was not prepared for it. Like, I know people be talking about how they want to go viral and all this kind of stuff. All I will say is, make sure you're ready. Like, if you have a small business and you out here claiming that you about to go viral, or you want hundreds and hundreds of orders, especially if you in the business of handmade. Hey, thank you for joining. Especially if you're in the business of handmade, y'all better make sure y'all ready. Because who about to make all that stuff? If you the one who got to make it with your 2 hands, who is about to make all of these things? But at the same time, you're just like, but especially if you're doing it as a business, it's just like, okay, but this is some good money, and I don't want to turn down this good money, and this could take my business to a different level. And so it's like kind of a catch-20, because it's like a catch-22, because you really, it's just like, on one hand, I cannot make all these things with my 2 hands. On the other hand, it's like, I need to be able to make all these things with my 2 hands. The solution for me was to hire contract crocheters for a short period of time, because it worked, but it didn't work. Of course, I let my customers know that their doll may be crocheted by not necessarily my 2 hands, and gave them the option of saying whether or not they were okay with that or not. Like, I was like, I will still have, visual control, like, how the doll is made. They'll be following my pattern. And as far as like the vision that you want for the doll, I'll make sure that is executed. And if anything needs to be changed, I will be the one to do that. But there's going to be someone else that's crocheting this doll and putting it together. And so they, were able to say, yes, I'm okay with that. No, I'm not okay with that. And then I was able to say, well, if you're not okay, then we can't do it. Or that's okay, I'll still take your order, and I will make sure I'm the one to crochet your doll. So I paid the contract crocheters a percentage of what was paid to me. I also sent them the yarn to make the doll. I sent them everything they needed to make the doll other than fiber field and a crochet hook. Everything else they needed to make the doll, I sent to them. My issue was my contract crocheters were out of state. So, you know, you got shipping time to ship them the stuff, shipping time to get it back. And then again, this is handmade. And even with a pattern, my two hands is not going to create what your two hands create. Now, I did kind of field it and make sure that these were people who could make dolls as close to my dolls as possible. Like, as close to my aesthetic, as close to, you know, my vision of what my pretty brown doll looks like. And for the most part, most people can't even tell which doll is mine and which one is theirs. There are a couple of people who was just like, did you make that one? Because they see the difference. But for the most part, most people could not tell the difference. Like, because I posted their dolls up. I did not tag them or anything like that because, again, in the contract, I paid you. So it's my doll once you get done, and I do with it what I want. So that was the agreement. Like, they were in agreement with that when they came on as a contract crocheter. So, like I said, it worked, but it didn't work. The pieces that didn't work, like I said, is the fact that they were out of state. I could not find anybody in North Carolina close to me who could really work with me. Like, I even tried to have somebody in-house, like where I taught her what I was doing. That did not work. Because doll making is a very tedious task. And if you are not patient with it, it can be like, girl, throw this thing away. Because if I make one more single crochet stitch, like one more, I'm just going to lose it. And so she was a little impatient. She was just like, look, I need to be able to do something else, and this ain't it. Okay, so that didn't work. But yeah, I did it for about 4 or 5 months. And like I said, it worked. Like, people, you would think that, oh, well, didn't you lose money? Y'all, I'm talking about, I had so many orders. I ain't lose no money. I made more. It was just, I made more money. And that's the thing. Like, sometimes taking on that additional work and even contracting it out, you'll still make a decent amount of money if you have enough work coming in. And at that point in time, I had enough work coming in. Now, towards the end, like I said, things kind of stopped working. Just because I wasn't getting dolls back in time. So dolls ended up being late. Some of the dolls didn't look the way that I thought they were going to look, and I ended up having to redo them. I ended up having to refund some people because the time frame was just getting way too far out there, and it just was not going to get done in a timely manner. So yeah, that's something that, did you know that I have used contract crocheters before in my business? I sure have. So yeah, I don't know if people know that, but now you do. Now you do. Would I ever do it again? Yes. But I would want them to be in-house if I were to ever do it again. Like, we would need to be local and be able to kind of really control that. But I would do it again only because it did work, except for the fact that they were out of state and it was hard for us to, control that. And these people also had, they were out doing their own things as well. So they, they weren't just working for me. They weren't, so that part too. And it's like, well, I got my own stuff to do. So no, I can't take on any additional work for you, which is understandable. So yeah, I would do it again. But it was the reason I did it that way too, because other people was like, well, why didn't you just pay someone to, like pay them like an hourly rate or something like that? Because I don't even really pay myself an hourly rate. I mean, I guess you could kind of break it down if you wanted to, but I pay myself a percentage of what I make from every doll sale. Like for custom dolls, I pay myself a percentage. That's how I pay myself in my business in general. And I've always pay myself because that's the other thing too. Did you know, boo, she always get her coins first. Like, so from day one that I set this up as like an official business, I have always, I don't care if I made $5, boo, I need at least 20% of this $5. Like, but we gonna pay me. Can I get my percentage of this money? Like, cause I just cannot imagine just working. And I get it. Some people are just like, no, that money needs to go back into the business. It needs to go back into the business. I am the business, boo, pay me. Okay? I am the business. I need to be paid. So did you know she always pay herself first? So I don't really break it down as an hourly rate. I break it down as what is my commission? What is my percentage from this sale? What am I paying myself from this particular sale? And so that also kind of guides my pricing as well, because like I said, and I mainly do that with the customs. Well, no, I do it with everything, because even with my Etsy pattern sales and everything, I take a percentage out of what I'm paid per week, and the rest of it goes like taxes back into the business, supplies and things like that. But she always makes sure that she gets paid first. So yeah, there we have it. Those are like two, did you know, I guess, a little bit of tea, because I don't know. Y'all can go out in the streets and tell the people, ooh, she had contract crocheters. Now y'all can go down my Instagram and try to figure out which dolls I made and which ones I didn't. Y'all can go down my page and be like, did she make that doll? You'll never know. No, it's, if you can ask, and I'll tell you. And like send me a DM and be like, wait, is this one that you made or one that a contractor made? And I'll tell you. Some of the most popular dolls I can go date, I made. Like if it's a really, really, really popular doll, I made it. Because although I shared the ones that that contractors made, I did not overshare them. I tried to make sure it was just like, oh, okay, this is a doll, this is a style doll, but I didn't overshare them because I didn't want, anybody to be like, well, to feel some type of way, like you didn't even make that doll. So I didn't overshare them, but they have been shared. But if it's a really, really popular doll, then I made it. I made Serena. I made Miss Truth. The dolls with the head, I made those. Like those came from my two hands. But there are some designs that's on my page that I did not make with my two hands. I just guided the vision and somebody else made them with their two hands, following my pattern and kind of my vision for what the doll should look like. So that's it. That's all I got. I am trying to finish up. I have a few things that I need to, it's like an admin day today. It's me sitting in front of this computer almost all day today. And so, yeah. And it's kind of irritating because stuff, like I was sitting here for like 45 minutes and I didn't press save. And so all the stuff that I had did for the last 45 minutes just went out into cyberspace. You can imagine my letdown. But it's okay. She just started over. I was like, okay. We just gonna start over. That's what we're gonna. We ain't got no choice because it's got to be done, and you got to do it. I should, if I had known ahead of time that this was part of what would need to be done, I probably would have got like a VA or something, like a virtual assistant to do it, because it's just really a lot of typing and inputting information, and it's just tedious. And I'm mad that I was doing it for like 45 minutes and then it just disappeared. I was just like, are you kidding me? So yeah, but that's how my Monday is going. That's how my Monday is going. I hope they really helped me. Oh, wonderful, Latoya. I am happy to hear that. If you did, let me just put this out there and then I'll go. Because I need to get this done. If you ordered the book and you want to be part of the, I did create, if you're on Facebook, I did create a Facebook support group for the book, specifically for the book. So you do need to have the book or have purchased the book in order to be part of the support group. But if you want to join it, it is on Facebook. I'll put the link in here after this is over, for those of you who might want to join it. It'll just be a place like, if any corrections for the book come up, of course those will go out globally, but they'll also be in the group. Any tips or anything that I can give, modifications that I might do will be in the group. And you can also share your work there and ask any questions that you might have there. I might even add a couple of hairstyles in there that are not in the book, but definitely hairstyles that you can do for your doll. So yeah, I'll put the link to the group after this. And then also on Friday, May 27th, we are having the virtual launch party via Zoom. And I will put the link of how you register for that. It is free, doesn't cost you anything, but you do have to register to attend. But I'll put the link for that as well. And I think that's it. Y'all, almost. I keep hoping that they get sent out early. Like, I keep hoping somebody's going to be like, oh, I got mine. But that has not been the case yet. So I guess they really not coming out until May 24th. But I keep hoping that they just show up in people's inbox or mailbox early. Like, you know, they just wake up and, because I'm sure they got to be in an Amazon warehouse somewhere by now, right? Or maybe not. We still a week out. So maybe not. But anyway, I hope that y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful start to your week. And we will be back here tomorrow for day 17 of May Live Day. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.